This is a little bit of a different case. The parents had a pro se divorce decree that was signed in January of this year. And that divorce decree, it ordered joint managing conservators with the father to have a standard possession schedule, but the court did not set any child support or medical support because they found a potential fraud or misrepresentation of paternity by the mother when she got divorced from her other partner, Stanley, in 2024. The child, William, here was born during her marriage to Stanley. However, in that divorce, it said no children born of the marriage.
This courtroom session is a masterclass in how truth, timing, and paperwork collide in family court. From disputed paternity to self-employed income battles, retroactive child support fights, and even a $20,000 arrears settlement, every case here shows how one decision can echo for years. Judges don't rule on emotions, they rule on records. And when those records don't match reality, the consequences can be brutal. So as you watch, ask yourself, how many of these outcomes could have been avoided if the right steps were taken sooner? Because every case today proves one thing: court remembers everything.
And so when the parties on this case did the divorce, the judge did not set child support because of that issue. And so we did DNA testing. We have the results, they are positive. And so today we're just here to set current child and medical support. There's not an agreement on the amount or the start date for the medical support. So I'll start by taking testimony from the parties. I'll start by calling the father first. Sir, will you state your name?
Hezekiah Muhammad.
Okay. Okay.
Clyde.
And you did DNA testing, correct?
That's correct.
And what are the results of that test?
They are positive. Thank God.
Okay. And Your Honor, may I share my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Muhammad, can you see this DNA test report?
Yes, ma'am.
It has your name here and then William's name in the middle, right?
That's correct.
And showing the probability of paternity 99.9%, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'd ask that this DNA test report be admitted into evidence as State's Exhibit A.
So
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Any objections?
Oh, no objections, Your Honor. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Sorry, I should have asked you first.
Sorry.
Okay, it's admitted.
And Mr. Muhammad, you have health insurance for the child through the marketplace, is that right?
Yes, I have.
And does it cost you $150 per month?
That's correct.
And are you also currently employed making $13.50 per hour?
Yes, ma'am.
And you work 40 hours per week, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have William on this case, but you have 3 other minor children as well, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And so based on the information, we've calculated child support at $281 each month. Are you in agreement with that amount?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you in agreement for that amount to start January 1st, 2026, and then monthly thereafter?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anything else you want the court to know about your case?
No, ma'am.
Okay. I'll pass the witness.
Mr. Curran?
Yes. Very quickly. You heard the opening statement of Ms. Nutt, and you believe what she said is accurate concerning how the history of this case?
Yes.
And is it fair to say that you felt deceived by Ms. Izuchukwu?
Absolutely.
And how did you discover that she has had another marriage going on?
We were filing for her paperwork to become a citizen, and I found an envelope with her personal documents in it. And when I discovered it, I asked her about it, and it was terrible. I don't even want to think about it again. It was really heartbreaking.
Now, let me ask you this. Did you know that Ms. Izuchukwu had gone and gotten a divorce from this person, Stanley?
I had no idea.
So that whole process that she started and did, she didn't tell you about it at all?
Not at all.
And is it fair to say that you felt deceived by Ms. Izuchukwu on different occasions?
Regularly.
And did that call into question whether or not, in your mind, you were the father?
Absolutely.
And when you went to court to do your divorce, it was a default judgment against Ms. Izuchukwu, correct?
Yes, sir.
But you had served her and given her notice, and she knew about the court proceeding.
That's correct.
And isn't it fair to say that when you did that divorce, it was the judge who decided not to order child support?
That's correct.
Because yeah, Miss Izuchukwu had gone to court and lied directly to the court, right?
Absolutely.
Now if you had when have you had access to this child, William?
No, I have not.
And if you had access, would you have gone and done a DNA test to confirm that you were the father?
Yes.
And if you were the father, you would have taken all of the responsibility and all that, correct?
That's correct.
And in fact, not even knowing the father, you were the father, you still tried to take on the responsibility.
I did.
And isn't it true that even though you were unsure about paternity, that you did even continue to send Miss Izuchukwu money?
Yes, I did.
You sent her $600, $300,
Yes.
$100, $200, 15, 120, 200, right?
Yes.
Through the period. This was for everybody listening. It was August 3rd through June 3rd that you made these payments, right?
That's correct.
Didn't you make additional payments from June 14th through April 7th of 2024 in the amounts of 200, 70, 53, 70, 50, 50, 14, 27, and 30? Correct?
That's correct.
That's just some of the money you sent her, right?
Yes, sir.
Now that you are the father, that you know you're the father, you've always been the father, but now that you know the father, you're going to pay regular current child support moving forward without fail, right?
Yes, sir.
You have 3 other children and you always support them.
Yes, sir.
You have always provided insurance for the children and for William.
I have.
And you're going to continue to do that. All right, I pass this witness.
Okay. All right, Ms. Nutt, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor, I'll call the mother. Ma'am, will you state your name?
My name is Ifeoma Ezechukwu.
Okay. And what's the name of the child on this case?
William Clyde.
And how old is he?
He's 2 years old.
Okay. And you saw the DNA test results that show Mr. Muhammad is the father, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And are you in agreement for the father to continue to carry William on health insurance through the marketplace?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And based on Mr. Muhammad's income, we've calculated child support at $281 each month. Do you agree with that amount or do you disagree?
I disagree.
Okay. And can you explain why you disagree?
Okay. To start with what Mr. Hezekiah said, he lied. When we started dating, I told him I was married. I told him I was,
Ma'am,
yes.
I just need to know why you think the $281 in child support is
Okay.
not
Because
appropriate.
he hasn't supported me for this child from last year.
Okay. And so
Apart
you
from the
also,
insurance and
you
the
also-
money he sent to
ma'am,
me, sir.
you also don't agree with the support starting January 1st. You want it to be.
Correct.
And so the 281, you think the amount should be higher. Is that correct?
It should be higher, yeah. And again, it should be retro. Should start from, yeah. Should start
Okay.
earlier.
How much are you requesting child support to be set at?
From $450.
$450?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's see. And William's last name right now, it's Clyde. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And whose last name is that?
That's his father's last name.
Mr. Muhammad's last name?
Correct.
Okay. I'll pass the witness.
Mr. Turner?
Yes. Very briefly, isn't it true that in February of 2024, you went to the courthouse, well, probably either in person or by Zoom, and you finalized a divorce from Stanley Izuchukwu, correct?
Correct.
And at that hearing, you gave testimony on the record, correct?
Correct. I didn't
And
go. It
you,
was my
yes or
my
it's a
my
yes or no
attorney.
question, ma'am.
Okay.
And you told the court that there were no children born or adopted during the marriage, correct?
Correct.
And isn't it true that in January of 2025 that you were divorced from Mr. Muhammad?
Correct.
And by deceiving the court, you effectively denied yourself justice. It was you that did it, correct?
I disagree with what you said.
Well, if you had been honest at the hearing, then all of this would have come out and it could have been resolved at that time, correct?
I disagree.
Okay. And that's all the questions I have. I pass this witness.
Okay. All right. I just had a couple questions, Mr. Turner, just to clarify. We're okay with the name of the child being the same, or it says Mr. Muhammad is his last name, but child is a different name. Are we leaving that the same, or we wanting to change that?
That was a little unclear to me.
I'm sorry?
It was a little unclear to me whether or not Mr. Muhammad was trying to change the child's last name or not.
Okay, let me make sure then.
Yeah.
Mr. Muhammad, the child is named after who? Is it the ex-husband or somebody else?
No, he's named after my mom.
Ah, okay. So are you wanting to leave it the same?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Just
Okay.
kind of weird. We have three different last names. Okay.
Well, he used to be Mr. Clyde, but he
Yeah.
legally changed his name to Hezekiah Muhammad.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's where this comes from, Your Honor.
No problem. I just didn't want the child to be named after ex-husband or some other man. Is what I was my primary thing.
I think if I understood Mr. Hezekiah correctly, is if the child wants to change his name to conform more with Mr. Hezekiah's belief system when he's older, that he can do that on his own. And that's
Yeah.
kind of his decision, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, all right. Let me go ahead and make a finding. I guess I'm including the order of paternity establishment, although kind of unusual. And as far as insurance, Mr. Muhammad's going to carry insurance. And then there's no basis for me to set support anything higher than the guts of the 281. I can't just arbitrarily set it at 450 because we don't like it. The 281 is calculated based on Mr. Muhammad's income, and that's what state law says should be paid. We had the opportunity, ma'am, you had the opportunity to set support in the divorce with Mr. Muhammad, but you did not participate. You didn't go to court. You didn't participate in the drafting of the orders. And then you also defrauded this court in your prior divorce by telling them that there were no kids born of the marriage. I know that a lot of people make that similar mistake, but you're supposed to tell the court if you had a child during your marriage, even if it wasn't your husband's child. What's supposed to happen when you do a divorce is this should say so-and-so's child was born during the marriage, but the husband's not the father. That would be telling the truth. Leaving the child out just because, well, I don't think I want to put it in there, or you don't know what you're doing, isn't a good excuse. You have to put in all the information into your divorce. When you testified in court, you have to give them all the information, including that there was a child born, but it wasn't your husband's child. And so, you've had kind of two opportunities to fix this, and you haven't. So I'm not ordering back child support or retroactive child support if you haven't done your part. So child support is 281 beginning January 1st, 2026, and monthly thereafter.
This first case sets the tone for everything that follows. Despite a confirmed 99.9% paternity result, the court draws a hard line. Child support starts in the future, not the past. Why? Because credibility matters. The judge makes it clear, failing to disclose a child in a prior divorce and skipping participation in another court case doesn't just hurt the other parent, it hurts your own legal position. Family court isn't about punishment, it's about procedure. And here, missed opportunities close the door on retroactive support. The message is loud and clear. Honesty isn't optional when legal rights are on the line.
There is no balance for the past. All right. The Attorney General's office will draft an order for me to sign, and then they'll send out withholding orders later on down the road to take it out of your check. And that should conclude our case. Y'all are excused and are done. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the mother is requesting DNA. This was a PAOP that was filed. We have a signed acknowledgement of paternity for 3 children, Maya, Xavier, and Ethan, that Mr. Solis signed. However, the mother is requesting DNA for Aurora and requesting a reset date of February 18th, 2026.
It's a paternity and AOP. Is Aurora the one that's the paternity?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay. All right. You want to do DNA testing before we proceed, right, Ms. Gonzalez?
Sure, yes,
Okay. And you understand it's just for the child, Aurora?
yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Then I'm going to grant a DNA test order with a reset of your case until February 18th for us to get the results. And you must return on February 18th. The Attorney General's office is going to send you information about where you need to go for your DNA testing in the next couple of days. And of course, take that child to the testing. And if you don't hear from them 2 weeks after today about that, then give them a call. But otherwise, go do your testing and then return to court in February to finalize your case. You are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
There's no family violence in the last 2 years between the parties, and neither parent is requesting a non-disclosure. Ms. Gabriel is releasing some child support arrears. So after release, Mr. Love will owe $2,300 in child support arrears as of December 10th, 2025, and he's agreed to pay that balance at $30 each month beginning January 1st. The medical support arrears. And so after release, the father will owe $0 in medical support arrears as of December 10th, 2025. Health insurance and dental insurance is provided by the mother, Ms. Gabriel, through another source at a cost of $44 per month. And dental, both health and dental cost $44 per month, but she's not requesting reimbursement. And so medical and dental support, parties agree to set at $0 each month. The contested issue is the amount of child support. The state will call the mother. Ma'am, will you state your name?
Ariel Gabriel,
And what's the name of the child on this case?
Cartier Love,
And how old is the child?
2 years old.
Okay. And did you hear those terms that I read out into the record?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Are you still in agreement with those terms?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay. And you are wanting to release child and medical support arrears, correct?
Correct.
And is anyone forcing you or threatening you to release that money?
No,
And do you understand that once the money is released, you can't get it back?
yes,
Okay. And right now, child support's currently set at $581 per month. Is that right?
correct.
Okay. And you're wanting child support to be set at $0 per month?
Correct.
Okay. And why are you wanting it to be set at 0?
Because with my career in school, he will have to have him 3.5 days out the week. So everything will be mutually as I've been doing for the last 2 months. So he'll be 3.5 days, and I'll do the other remaining. And that goes from picking up, dropping out school, gonna cover further things at his home. And then chair, we do have already settled for a year straight.
Okay. And so you and Mr. Love have the child probably about equal amounts of time during the
Yeah.
week.
Correct.
Okay.
So
And
he's gonna do Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We'll meet on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. and I'll do the remaining.
okay. And you've been doing that for how long again?
We've been doing co-parenting for the last 2 years actively, but with that schedule, since I've started school, we've been doing that for the last 6, 7 weeks, almost 2 months.
Okay. Anything else you want the court to know about your case?
No,
Okay, I'll pass the witness. The state calls the father Mr. Love. Sir, will you state your name? And Mr. Love, did you hear those terms I read into the record at the beginning of this hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you still in agreement with those terms?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe they're in the best interest of your child?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And is it correct that you and Miss Gabriel do pretty much equal possession of the child during the week?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that schedule that she described accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are you wanting child support to be set at $0 per month instead of remaining at $581?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you believe that's in the best interest of your child?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything else you want the court to know about your case?
No, ma'am.
I'll pass the witness.
All right, I will approve the agreement y'all have made, and based on the split of possession, I will set child support at 0. Court cost bill to Mr. Love. The Attorney General's office will draft an order, make those changes. They'll need a couple weeks to process the change of the arrears of the release, so please give them a couple weeks for that to happen, and that'll conclude our case. You are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
We have reached agreement on all issues except child support and medical support. So I'll read those agreements into the record first, then I'll proceed with testimony. So the parties agree that Eric Gill is the child, and Mr. Norris signed an acknowledgement of paternity for this child during birth. Parties stipulate there has been no family violence in the past 2 years, and they are not requesting a non-disclosure of their address or phone number. Parties request and agreed to be appointed joint managing conservators. Parties agreed to have a standard possession order for visitation. The mother in this matter agrees to designate residents within Dallas and contiguous counties. Mr. Norris has no other minors. Parties are not requesting any retroactive support, and they are in agreement to court costs as billed. So the state would like to recall the mother in this case. Ma'am, if you can please state your child's name and date of birth.
Yes, Erica, birth 7/29/2023.
Thank you. And who does this child primarily live with?
With me.
And did Mr. Norris sign an acknowledgement of paternity when this child was born? Okay.
Yes.
And were you married at all at the time the child was conceived?
No.
So did you hear the agreements that I read into the record previously?
Yes.
Are those still your agreements?
Yes.
So do you know what Mr. Norris does for work?
I know he works for a AC company, but not further on.
What kind of company, ma'am? I didn't understand what you said.
For an AC company?
ASIC?
AC.
Oh, air conditioning.
Yes.
Okay.
So do you have any information about his income that you would like to share?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So how's the child covered for medical insurance?
Medicaid.
Okay. Do you intend on keeping the child on state medical insurance?
Yes.
Based off of Mr. Norris's gross monthly income that we have received, we've calculated medical support to be set at $250 per month starting January 1st, 2026. You agree with this amount?
Yes.
And also based off of the income that he has provided, the state is requesting child support to be set at $749 per month starting January 1st, 2026. Do you agree with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I pass this witness, Your Honor. And I would like to recall the father in this case. So if you can just acknowledge, or let me ask you, sir, can you confirm that you are the individual who signed the acknowledgement of paternity for this child? I think you're on mute.
I did.
Okay. And where are you currently working?
I'm currently working in a air conditioning company here in Irving. I'm
Okay.
not working directly for the company. I'm a
Mhm.
subcontractor.
Okay, so about how many hours a week do you work?
I don't work hourly. Hourly. I do I work per job that I receive. I get paid per job.
Okay, so how many jobs would you say on average that you have per week, typically?
Per week, about 15, maybe 16
15, 16 hours a week?
jobs.
15, 16 jobs. Okay. And how much do you typically get paid per job?
Per job, I get paid 140.
And the state has calculated based off of the information that you've provided that our gross income is $5,000 a month. Would you be in agreement to that calculation?
Say more like 50-50 because I got other bills and people that I have to pay. So my money is almost never the same, you know.
Yeah, but however, I'm just asking you about the gross income. Are you in agreement that you do make about $5,000 a month?
Yeah.
5,000, yes, okay. And so based off of that income, we have calculated medical support at $250 a month beginning January 1st, 2026. Now, are you in agreement to this amount?
If I can get it a little bit lower, yeah, I can probably agree on it.
Okay, so what do you think medical support should be set at?
About 150.
150 a month? And do you have any other, just to confirm, do you have any other minor children? Any support orders? No.
No.
Okay. State also is requesting child support to be set at $749 a month. Are you in agreement to that amount?
I'm not.
Okay. And what are you suggesting child support be set at?
500 a month.
And do you provide any financial assistance to the child? Any expenses that you pay for?
Uh, Diapers, clothing, shoes, food, etc.
So do you believe it is in the best interest of the child for support to be set at $500 and medical support to be set at $150?
Yes.
John.
Okay, just a couple of questions. Mr. Norris, are you you're filing as a subcontractor, so you're filing taxes as a self-employed person?
Yes, sir. Well, not, yeah, self-employed. Yeah.
Okay, Ms. Abraham, just want to make sure on our calculation, did we run the numbers through the self-employed chart?
I can look into that if you just give me 1 minute.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Your Honor. Child support with the self-employed chart would be $733 a month.
733?
Yes.
Okay. All right, the parts I'll agree to at the beginning, though, it's still going to be part of the court order, so there's nothing owed for the past. We're just going to be doing support for the future beginning January 1st. Since neither one of you have insurance available to you through your jobs or any other source at a reasonable cost, then the mother will be applying for government medical insurance. I'm ordering that be paid at $200 a month instead of the requested $250. And then for child support, if you make about $5,000 a month self-employed, that's what your income is, and then they kind of approximate how much you would pay in taxes, and then we get to the child support number. So I understand you've got bills, but everybody's got bills. Ms. Hill's got get bills too. Everybody's got bills, so I can't lower your child support because one person has bills. Everybody has it. So that's kind of the reason why we're here in the first place, right? Because we got bills to pay. So one of your bills is going to be child support. So the child support, they redid the numbers on a self-employed person. Obviously, a self-employed person pays more in taxes than an employed person. So after running the numbers, it made a small change, but it's 733. So that'll be the amount for child support beginning in January 1st. So beginning in January, all payments must be paid through the child support office. Do not pay them directly to Ms. Hill or to the child at any time after that, because you would not get credit for any direct payments. Anything you buy, any cash you send through a Cash App or something like that does not count. Only payments paid through the child support office will count. I don't want you to lose credit for things that you've actually done. So the only way we can track that is if you pay it through the child support office. In the court order, it'll give you an address in San Antonio of where to mail in your payments. We work on a monthly basis, but if you want to divide it up into two payments, 2 times a month, that's fine too. It just needs to be by the end of the month, you need to have made a full payment. So the order will read it's due on the 1st of the month, but we think you'll probably won't pay it fully off until the end of January. So you have the whole month of January to make your payment before you get penalized.
By this point in the video, a clear pattern has emerged across multiple families, whether it's requesting DNA for only one child, agreeing to zero child support due to equal parenting time, or disputing income as a subcontractor. The court consistently follows structure, not sympathy. Notice how judges rely on formulas, schedules, and verified income, especially when someone is self-employed. Bills, personal expenses, and informal payments don't change the math. These cases highlight a critical truth. Consistency, documentation, and cooperation carry far more weight than arguments alone.
But since you're self-employed, it's very important why I'm going through that discussion, because obviously they're not going to do a withholding order. So I want to make sure we're clear of how we're supposed to do it. If you ever have any questions about how to make payments, you're always welcome to call the AG's office. They'll be glad to give you payment information, different methods you can use to pay it. Try to be regular with it is what I would say for Ms. Hill's sake, because she's got to pay bills at certain times of the month. So if you try to be consistent with maybe how you're going to make payments, maybe every 2 weeks or once a month, just try to stay consistent. Don't go like a whole month or so or without making payments or something like that. It'll be hard for her bills that where your child lives. Your child enjoys a place to live, which is part of the rent. Your child enjoys some of the utilities of where Ms. Hill lives. Your child has a lot of those basic needs that she pays, and then you're paying a portion of that for. And so it's not just only for the child, it's things that are being shared that the child gets to enjoy. All right, the Attorney General's office will put that in a court order. That'll be the order you must follow, even if you don't agree. They will try to email you a copy of the order. You are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
The mother in this case is the non-custodial parent, and Mr. Baker is the custodial parent. Both parties agree to set child support at $0 as they have a week on, week off possession schedule. And both parties agree there has been no family violence in the past 2 years, and they are not requesting a non-disclosure of their address or phone numbers. And Ms. Hulse will carry insurance through her employer for the child or children. And parties are in agreement to confirm arrears owed to Mr. Baker. So they agree child support arrears to be $20,848.06 as of December 10th, 2025. Mr. Baker agrees to give Ms. Hulse credit of $5,848.06. And after the credit, the judgment that they've agreed on and requesting is $15,000 to be paid at $150 starting January 1st, 2026. Parties also agree, Ms. Hulse agrees to release, Mr. Baker agrees to release all arrears of medical support judgment of $5,357.37. And they are in agreement to judgment of $0 after the release. And parties agree court costs to be billed to Ms. Hulse.
I didn't know anything about the court costs.
Yeah, it is a bill that comes from Dallas County that you will get in the mail most likely in the next 60 to 90 days. So the state would like to call Mr. Baker in this matter. Sir, if you can state your full name for the record.
Lester Baker.
Okay, and please state the name, age of your child or children.
Lorena Baker, 13, and Layla Baker, 7.
And did you hear the agreements that were read into the record today?
Yes.
Are these still your agreements?
Yes.
And do you believe these agreements are in the best interest of your children?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to accept the terms of your agreement today?
Yes.
I pass this witness, Your Honor. State would like to call Ms. Hulse. If you can please state your full name for the record.
Angelica Reyna Hulse.
And did you hear the agreements that I just read into the record?
I did, yes.
Are these still your agreements?
Yes.
And do you believe that these agreements are in the best interest of your children?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. And are you asking the court to accept the terms of your agreement today?
Yes.
Thank you. I pass this witness, Your Honor.
Okay, I will approve the agreement y'all have made today. Thank y'all for reaching an agreement. The Attorney General's office will put that in writing to make that change. It'll take them a couple weeks to process the change in the arrears, and they'll send out new withholding orders. You are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Thank you.
The final case brings everything full circle. A $20,000 arrears balance reduced through agreement, structured payments, and mutual releases. It's the cleanest ending of the day, and that's no coincidence. Cooperation replaced conflict, and the court rewarded it with resolution. Across all 5 cases, the takeaway is undeniable. Family court outcomes depend less on who's angriest and more on who's prepared, honest, and engaged. If you found this courtroom session as eye-opening as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more real, unfiltered courtroom breakdowns.
Judge, I did ask to speak to an attorney before.
We're done with our hearing, Ms. Hulse.
It was
Yeah.
just a legal question.
I don't know that they can give you personal legal advice, but if
Oh, okay.
someone wants to take you in another room, they can, but they're
Someone
not.
told me they would connect me to Mr. Tatum, but they didn't.
Mr. Tatum's not here today.
Wait, I spoke to him earlier.
Yeah, but he might have gone somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes they handle other courts besides mine.
Oh, alrighty.